This is the next step in our lighting series. I'm going to show you an example of a photo you can see here of this race car driver, and then also an example of what's happening with the rest of the people that are actually shooting the photo of her. So this is an example of this woman being shot outside. It hasn't been photoshopped in the way that she has been displaced and stamped right onto another photo of being outside. She actually is outside, and that is her car that's standing behind her. However, you can see that there's also artificial lighting, or a different lighting system that's already set up that you can't see in the photo, but it's evident that there isn't natural light or ambient light that's shining on her. This lighting system helps her to stand out even more and creates a better look for her than the ambient light would naturally create. So I want to just take a second and look at those lights. First of all, let's talk about the key light, or the main light. That's going to be evident from the left side of the photo, or the right side of her face, where you see a little highlight up above her eyebrow and on her chin. This light basically illuminates the one side of her face and allows you to see her face better than you would be able to see it under the natural light that would be outside anyway. There's a fill light that becomes evident on the other side of her face, and you can see that because what would normally be a dark area, just like when we have talked about key lights before, is slightly lit, and so it shows her face a little bit better than it would otherwise. There's a third light that's a backlight, or in this case it's a rim light, and that rim light is evidenced on the side of her face and then also on the side of her arm. And you can see that where it's a very bright light that's coming along the left side of her face, or the right side of the photo, and along her hair. And you can see it because it's very bright compared to the side of her face or to the background, which is the sky. When you look at that, you can see that this whole photo has been differently photographed, artificially lit, rather than ambiently lit or lit by the natural light that's there. Let's have a look at what's happening with the rest of the people. As you look at the diagram here, you have three gentlemen who are helping to shoot this photo. The one is C, and that's basically running the key light, or the main light, and that's going to light, like I had said, the right side of her face. The D is the fill light, and that's lighting the other side. And then A is that rim light, and that's creating that hard light that's on the far side of the light that's really bright on the left side of her face, or the right side of the photo. You see the cameraman, and that he's basically lying down in between D and C, and that gives the perspective, or the point of view, of the photo. Again, I wanted to show you this because this gives a concept of what's involved in taking a photo like this. Hey, I'd also like you to consider going to my YouTube channel and checking out 3-Point Lighting for Portrait Photography by Ed Vorosky. It's about a 2.5-minute video, and it's very detailed about how to actually set up lights. Thanks.